Well, I'm Lynne Hybels, and I'm from Willow Creek Community Church, and I just came out of the interview with Richard Curtis, where Bill interviewed him, and all during the interview I was writing down things that I thought I would be able to say in here, and by the time I got to the end of the session, I just thought, this is a holy moment. I wish I didn't have to say anything, but just could go sit and ponder this more, so I'll try to get my mind back into, communicating something here. But one thing that I wanted to say is that a long time before Bill decided to do this interview, we rented this movie, The Girl in the Cafe. Sat down and watched it, and I turned it right on again and watched it again. The clip that was on the interview today about this girl talking to all these leaders at the G8 summit and pleading the cause of the poor, I thought this is like a Bible study of Proverbs 31:8 and 9, where it says, "Speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves, for all those who are destitute, and defend the cause of the poor." And I thought, this is our call of Christians, and it's right up there on this movie for us all to see, and it just gripped me. And I go back to that video clip, and also to this verse over and over again to remind me what my call is as a Christian leader. And today we've heard from Michael Porter, we've heard from government, education, different sectors of society on what needs to be done to address the issues of global poverty and AIDS. But it is truly the church's mission, and it always has been for 2,000 years. This is what God has called us to do. This is not a fad that we should be getting involved with now. This is what we're called to do as Christians. The gospel is not just about satisfying the needs of people's souls, but looking at food and health and disease and education and whatever the needs are in our communities. And Richard Curtis says, it's very simple. We're supposed to love our neighbors. And that's true. And in this era that we live in this global community, our neighbors may be right next door, and they may be on the other side of the world. And as churches, we have the opportunity to partner with other churches and other organizations that are on the ground fighting poverty all over the world. And I guess that's what we're doing at Willow, is partnering with other churches that are on the front lines of this battle and just supporting them and encouraging them. And I'm grateful for the people who are on the front lines doing what we can't do. Just this last week, I got an email from one of our church partners in South Africa and said, and this is just a prayer request, there was a little girl who walked into our daycare center for orphans. Her parents died of AIDS. They didn't give her a name. She lives with various people in the neighborhood, sleeps out in the parks at night, and she wandered in our daycare center for orphans recently, and we were able to bathe her and give her clean clothes and give her a meal. But we can't find out where she stays at night because she runs away and will not let us follow her because she does not trust adults. And we've given her this name of Pinky because we don't know what her real name is. So please pray for Pinky, that she will come to trust us enough to come and stay at our center and live in one of our homes for orphans. And I've been, actually, that's what this email is right here. This is the note about Pinky. We talk about things in these big global terms, but it's about the little girl in the yellow dress, that was on the Richard Curtis video. It's about a little girl named Pinky whose lives we can impact, one by one. And I'm just grateful that we had that challenge this afternoon, and as church leaders, we're in positions to really motivate our churches to get involved.